I have built my resilience through my journey with cancer, through losing my son, and through my condition. But I would be lying to you if I said that your answers were one isolated solution, because that's not life. We can't simplify things down to one answer. I honestly believe deep down to my soul there's this 1% actions performed with relentless consistency that are going to get you to anywhere that you want to go. And I want to show you, I want to teach you how you can do it too. The year was 2014 and I was working as an actor. I remember this day like for the rest of my life. I was on this tram and I felt a lump under my jaw. 2 months later it grew to the size of a baseball, just sitting on the side of my jaw. And so I went and saw a doctor and he did the responsible thing, the poking and the prodding and the CTs, the MRIs, the PET scans, the whole lot. And then one day he invited me into his office. And as soon as I came in, I knew something was wrong. The air was different, the tone of his voice was different, and he didn't sit in front of me, he sat next to me. And he said, "Bart, you have cancer." There have been a number of times in my life where I've incidentally had to build resilience. I've had to build this muscle. And every single time I've come out stronger and more resilient. We have two beautiful boys. Lysander, he's our 2-year-old at home. He's one of the happiest babies you'll ever meet. This part of my journey is about Lysander's big brother, Aurelian. Aurelian passed away about 31 minutes after he was born. At the 20-week scan, we found out that Aurelian was sick. He didn't have any kidneys, and he had maybe a skerrick of lung tissue there. And so he, for all intents and purposes, was a very sick little boy. So much so that the doctors only gave him 7 days to live. We spent 36 weeks getting to know him, but he didn't have any lungs, and we knew the reality of what would happen when he came out. And so the big day came, and on 1/10 of his lung capacity, he cried. He hung in there long enough to say hello and goodbye to his mum and dad. Because of what's happened to me in my past, I've realised that the time we have now is limited, and the time we have now is so precious, and the time we have now in this instance we're never going to get the same again. It's always going to change. Right now is what's important, and that we're not going to get this time back. The more honest you can be with yourself and with other people, the more opportunities we have to grow. There have been a number of times in my life where I've incidentally had to build resilience. I've had to build this muscle. Resilience and vulnerability are two sides of the same coin. But if we really want to be truly resilient, we need to open up that vulnerability and talk about these issues. Because if we don't allow ourselves to be vulnerable in that moment or in any moment, we're not going to grow, we're not going to learn as a result of that.